I'm always laughing at my hair. Always laughing at my hair. Hello, everyone. If you are here live, we are Tuesday, September 6th, episode 18 of Untangled. Can't believe we're on episode 18. I love it. I'm going to give it a minute or two to let everybody join in. How are you guys and where are you from? Hi, Stephen from Eastern Oregon. Hi from the Netherlands. Yay, Deanna, you're getting your book. Hi, Patrick from Belgium. MC and Brittany. Diana from the Netherlands. Nicola, I'll see you in Ireland. What? St. Louis, Chile, Switzerland, South Carolina, Brazil. Mass, Kanab, Utah. Hi, Peria. Australia, Austria, Israel, Scotland, Denmark. I'm going to Europe next year, you guys. I'm going to do a little four country Europe tour, in case you weren't aware. I'm not happy with my hair today, but I have OCD with my hair. Going to Ireland, March 16th, London a couple days after that, Netherlands a couple days after that, and then Romania at the end of the month of March. Hi, Kat. Good morning. Hi, Eve. Chris. South Africa. Oh my goodness. Hello from India. I'm just letting people join, stretching and getting ready for Untangled episode 18. No idea what I'm talking about. Not sure what I'm going to share. Probably share a little bit of my dog story that I shared with you guys already. And just let whatever wants to come through. Lots of energy, just in terms of right now, what we're experiencing. There's a lot of energy. Isn't there always a lot of energy? There's just a lot of energy moving through. Before I get going on my own personal, whatever I've been going through this past week, one of the things that I've been recognizing in terms of energies, like what are we tapping into? What are we stepping into? What is the opportunity right now for us to grab? I always like looking at the opportunities that are available for us on an energetic level for us to grab or pay attention to. Everything is energy. So everything is experienced energetically, which is feelings, right? How do you feel? Not just emotions. It's a deeper sense of feeling, a knowingness, intuitiveness, a guttural, instinctual kind of feeling. One of the things I've been feeling with September is newness, new life, new relationships, new friendships, new determination, new motivation, new commitment, new. It's almost as if the train that we were on, that it was kind of it was like chugging along, kind of going kind of right, and now it's taking off again. That's the energy I'm feeling. That doesn't mean that we're all feeling that and we're all going to be in these new ways, but a lot of us will start to feel this and are already starting to feel this. And I don't say that so that those who aren't can beat themselves up. We are all in different energetic vibrations. We're all in different energetic spaces. We're all experiencing things differently. There is no right way. Oh, I should be feeling this if this person's talking about that. If there is anything that we have learned, hopefully in this human journey, is that there is nothing to judge around your own personal, unique, courageous, what the fuck, evolutionary process, which means how you are feeling and thinking and being and doing every single day. Right? That I have to be like somebody else, that I have to feel like somebody else, that I should be at a specific space, or I should be at a specific level, or I should be experiencing ... This way in which we are so deeply programmed and traumatized to um, compare ourselves to others is such a disservice to our human experience, to our human journey, but it's very real. This comparison, especially when you have social media and you have something to open up to every morning and close your eyes to every night, which is this device that allows you to see how everybody else is supposedly curating their life. So they're making it look like they are experiencing certain things and all on a screen. It's just so it's very informal, and yet we will uh, you know what's a call where you put your hat on something, and you assume these people are this way, and oh my god, that means that I'm not. There's something wrong with me. So there's a love-hate relationship that a lot of us have with these abilities to connect all over the world, and yet find ourselves in deep, deep comparison. So, all of this just to say, wrapping it back around to what I was explaining about the energies that I'm feeling, just because I'm feeling these energies or somebody else is talking about quote unquote energies doesn't mean that you need to be feeling that. Doesn't mean that you should be feeling that. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you if you're not or if you are. It's hard as somebody that teaches kind of what we're going through to talk about what I'm going through and to hope and pray that those that are listening don't judge themselves based on it, right? Because I still want to talk about how I live my life and how I experience energies and like what we're capable of stepping into without perpetuating this comparison. But I think that's part of why I've been called to really be as vulnerable and authentic about my own messiness so that I don't curate myself to look like I've got it all together, because by all means, I do not at all. I am courageously walking through this with you, and I connect to higher dimensional light beings. I have the ability to go on to craft if I want to and sit with these, what people would call aliens. I also have the ability to work through really intense, triggering moments with my dear friends. I'm also in the process of continuing to find myself not in a relationship, even though I've been intending a relationship, right? So there's all these things. I find myself judging my body and trying to learn how to love my body more and more. So many human things, and it's all one multidimensional mesh pot of humanness. Just because I can bilocate onto a huge, massive ship and sit there and connect and receive guidance doesn't mean that I don't also walk around triggered, angry, irritable, frustrated, navigating friendships in a really messy way, uh, etc. I think that's what's so beautiful and what's so powerful about part of what we are starting to step into is what we call multi-dimensional human, which is, can I stand in the fact that I am not necessarily high vibe? Uh, I just, lied to somebody, or I just um, was deceptive, or I was just yelling at myself in the mirror, or I was in an addictive behavior, whatever you're doing, and simultaneously, right, you are connecting to something that is far bigger than this human journey. There's far bigger than this human experience. It's not one or the other. It's not. And the more real we can be in that, the easier this human journey is. The more real we can be in how humbling this human journey is. Um, one of the things that happened to me this week, I don't know about you guys, but here's what I experience a lot lately And I'm experiencing it more and more, and I'm taking it with a grain of salt. I take everything that I experience with a grain of salt. Um, but I've been having more and more days where I have been feeling like I'm in an altered state and the day didn't exist. So I had this the other day when I climbed up a mountain in my flip-flops to try to find a dog that somehow just disappeared and wasn't there, whether it was actually there or not, or maybe it was a coyote, or I don't know what the hell happened. But that day was a day where it didn't exist. It's almost like I went through the day in a completely altered state of reality, and when it was at the end of the day, it's like I came back in, and I don't and I the day feels like a dream, or like it didn't actually happen, or it happened on some other planet. I don't know if you guys have ever had that. You will probably start having things like this happen if you haven't. It's a very weird feeling. And when I was dissecting it more, what I was noticing was when we start to stand in the physical world but hold higher frequencies, it's hard to tattoo or transpose that physical experience into the next now moments. Like, it's hard to take the physical experiences with us throughout the day, because during that physical experience, whatever it was, it's very physical. Every experience we have is physical. I'm sitting right here, you can see me, here's my microphone, here's the computer, right? Like, it's all a physical experience. But when you start to increase the frequencies within the body, these physical experiences are experienced more energetically, less physically. And so, what you take along with you throughout the next day, the next hour, the next minute is the energetic experience. And so, it's almost like you can't drag the physical experience with you. There's nothing dragging behind you throughout the day. Does that make sense? So there's nothing to look back at. It's almost as if you start floating and you're not grabbing anything. And so then you look back and you're like, wait, I don't even know if that did happen. Did that happen? Holy cow, that feels like a dream. Wait, was I actually there? Like, wait, it's a very like wonky feeling. And it's because we are starting to live in different dimensional realms. And so we're living in that physical reality, and then more of that energetic reality, and then the heavy physical reality, and then that energetic reality, right? So you look throughout your day and you're like, wait, I'm pretty sure I was in a very we call it an altered state only because we haven't remembered how to live in this way, right? But we will start living in this way more and more and more, right? It's these baby steps, like almost like you can't grab anything any longer. It's a very present state of being. So when I had that experience with the dog climbing up the mountain in my flip flops the other morning, I was in a much higher frequency. Now, I don't try to put myself in higher frequencies. That's absurd to me. And when I'm in a higher frequency, I don't always know that I'm in a higher frequency because I am merging the higher frequencies with the lower frequencies. So there's this constant integration for me. Are there moments where I can feel that my body is in a much higher frequency? Yes. Are there moments where I'm in a much higher frequency and I don't necessarily notice it? Yes. We are designed to learn how to integrate the much higher frequencies that the body's starting to hold with the lower frequencies that we've been in. There's a really beautiful integration and dance that happens, right? And so I'm never in a controlled state trying to control anything ever, ever. And so I'm always like, whoa, what ride am I on right now? Whoa, what is my body feeling now? Whoa, what? Right? Right before I got onto this live Untangled episode, my body started moving into a much higher frequency. Did I try to put myself there? No. Did I just naturally start feeling myself increase in that vibration? Yeah. Did I judge it in terms of, "Yes, I'm such a good student," or, "My god, I'm so amazing." No, I just said, "Oh, look, I'm in an elevated state right now, about to go on to YouTube Untangled. Okay." Right? So, and just because you feel like you're more in an elevated state doesn't mean that you're necessarily howling at higher frequency, 'cause, we're designed to be very heavy in the body. We're designed to be heavy here in this physical realm, feeling it all, embracing it all, befriending it all, devouring it all. If you guys are familiar with me, you know that one of the biggest things that I have been constantly peeling back and looking at is deep, deep self-love for my unconditional love, self-love for myself and unconditional love, and really love for my body, and no longer abusing my body in any way, shape, or form. No longer thinking that my body is the enemy. No longer thinking that my body is my worth. I mean, this is years and years and years um, that I have consciously and unconsciously seen my body as some sort of tool or some sort of punching bag or something that I need to perfect. And if my body looks a certain way, then I'm a happy person, right? Or people value me based on my body, right? And really peeling that back and doing a lot of internal work and separating the love for myself from my body. And so the other day when I heard that dog howling and barking across the valley and I was in my flip-flops, there was nothing that was gonna stop me from quote unquote saving whatever that animal was. Nothing. It's like I put myself into some state and it was like, "You need to get out of my way. I'm going to, go to the edges of the earth to find this animal." Something took over. Right? And so as I'm butchering, bushwhacking up this steep hill, having to like hold on to like my brother's watching this right now. He's probably like, because I didn't tell my brother, because my brother worries a lot, Mike. So I didn't tell him what I did, but now he's watching, so now he knows. Um, but yeah, I was bushwhacking and I was grabbing these branches, pulling myself up this steep hill, and it was dirt and it was, not the smartest thing to do in flip-flops, but anywho, as I'm going and going and communicating with this animal, whether it was a dog or a coyote, it doesn't really matter. It was a experience that was bigger than just this physical experience. And I get to almost the top of this hill, and the sound stops, right? There's no dog. The dog's been barking for the last 30 minutes. Maybe it was a coyote every 5, 6, 7 seconds. So I could follow it. And then it just stops, silent, right? So I'm continuing to kind of move up the mountain, try to find it, but without the sound, I couldn't locate it. And the voice, the message, the guidance came in from outside of me. I'm very clear when it is internal guidance and when it is external guidance. And that loud guidance came in, loud message. I mean, it was just like as if they were standing right beside me on the mountain. And they said, "Can you love yourself the way you love this dog? Can you love yourself?" And it rattled me because the feeling that I had for the dog, can I have that for myself? The feeling I had. And then later on throughout the day, I realized Another message for me was, Lorie, what if you are that wounded dog and all you're being asked is for you to save you? What if you are crying out to you to just come and save you? Meaning, befriend you. Be okay with all the parts of you that you think are wounded. Go and chase you and find you and grab you and carry you down the hill. Instead of finding all of these excuses and reasons why you can't. You're too busy. You do already. I do love myself. I do take care of myself. I do put myself first. Many of us, 99.9% of us, will say that. And deep down, there is some very, very unconscious, unworthy beliefs that we feel about ourselves, but we have squished them in order to survive, in order to live life, in order to be happy, in order to make others happy. These are deep, deep, unconscious beliefs, deep, deep, unconscious ways that we have been that are going to start to be shown to us in tiny ways or in big ways. And our role is to not think that there's something wrong with us. There is nothing wrong with me that I was given a message of like, wake the fuck up, Lorie, and start to take care of the parts of you that are still wounded. There's nothing wounded in me. What are you talking about? I've done so much healing work. I live in presence. I flow. I feel everything. That's the ego defending the fact that there may be some wounds deep within you that you are too afraid to be vulnerable with. Lorie, can you perhaps open yourself to that? Sure. What is it? What are the tiny little ways? Because if you've been doing a lot of your own internal healing, you'll know that eventually it gets to this place where it's like it becomes tiny little things that you start noticing instead of big, huge, dramatic things. Now it starts to become these smaller things, these little things that I say about myself, the amount of energy that I give other people instead of me, the way I just accept things or behaviors from people instead of, wait, is this really what I want? Is this what I deserve? Do I deserve this kind of behavior? What do you want, Lorie? What do you quote unquote deserve? What are you worthy of? Tiny little patterns that I can find myself getting into. Are you aware of what you're doing? This is what you do. And one of the things that I do a lot is I will give. I will just give energy. And I'm not even aware of it. So I'll give attention. I'll give guide. I give. And then I get caught up in that. And it's like, wait, stop for a second. What are you doing? Why are you doing this, Lorie? Why? Now, I could easily sit and go meditate up on my galactic ship and sit with the galactic beings, okay, and sit with whatever you want to call them, quite easily in the room with the council, and they're still going to say, "Go back down and heal you." It doesn't matter how connected you are to galactic beings. It doesn't matter how well you can channel. It doesn't matter that you're aware of all of the corruption and the conspiracy theories and all of this shit. None of that matters if you can't even look at the deepest, deepest wounds and uncomfortableness that you have within you. Everything else is a bypassing. Everything. It's this juggling act of being able to give the balance to all of it. The moment you are triggered, can you give all your attention to that? The same way that you would give all your attention to listening to some sort of channeled message or trying to, be a good meditator, right? Whatever attention you're putting your focus on in terms of elevating yourself, can you also put that attention on all the shit you don't want to feel? All the things you judge, all the things you don't want to look at, all the things that you're trying to escape or get out of. All the tiny little things that you're saying to yourself throughout your day, all the ways that you are accepting mediocre in your life, the ways that you accept friendships or relationships in your life that you deep down know that you're worthy of receiving more. There are so many ways that we have been bypassing, even though these fun ways of bypassing, they're still here. They're still it's still something that you we get to experience and we get to juggle with, but not at the expense of our own deep wounds, not at the expense of saying, "Wow, I've got some work to do. Wow, I still play in this patterning. Wow, I was completely unconscious to that. Wow, that trigger really got me. Wow, I am so sorry for hurting you. Wow, you were so right when you pointed this out." I don't care what type of meditation you can do. I don't care if you can go onto some galactic ship. I don't care if you can channel. I don't care if you can see beings moving around and trees talk to you. Can you show up next to me vulnerable, raw, authentic, real? That's what I want to know. I don't care about how you can, be in all these new states of awareness and consciousnesses. Can you be you? Can you say, wow, I had a tough day today? Wow, I am still struggling with this limiting belief. That's what I want in my life with people. That, the most honest, vulnerable, raw, authentic human experience. Everything else is easy. Everything else is the icing on the cake or the toppings that you put. Yeah, we can buy locate. Yeah, we can bring in higher dimensional consciousnesses into the room. Yeah, we can talk about the quantum field and how to manifest. And those are all great, but not at the expense of your own evolution, not at the expense of your human experience. No way. No way. So what we're in and what we're continuing to be in is this pursuit of balance. And then asking what actually is balance. To me, balance doesn't even really exist. What exists is what's in my now, what's present right here, what's being shown to me. And I pay attention to that, and then I move on to whatever is shown to me in the next moment. Okay. It's a very present moment state while simultaneously in flow. There's so many things that I've already gone through this morning since I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. There's so many different states. There's so many different emotions. Right? I went through the emotions of, oh my God, because my friend is getting censored on Instagram. So it's like, oh my God, I just don't want to see the censorship. There's so much corruption. And I went to the frustration around humanity because humanity still is so unconscious. And then I went to the state of kind of internal peace for a moment where I was just so at peace with myself when I was sitting in my car waiting for my laundry. And then I went into work mode and I was uh, tapping into stuff that I was doing with my work and onward and moment of irritability came in, all kinds of stuff. It's like what's popping? What's popping? Oh, I was shown a pattern. Holy cow, Lorie, look at this pattern. Right before I came on, I was shown a pattern that I did. Wow, are you gonna still do this pattern? Voxing my friend, "Oh my god, girl, I just noticed a pattern I'm doing. Holy shiitake mushrooms," right? That's what presence is. You should literally be in 25 different states of awareness and consciousness by the time lunch comes. And if you're not, get a lot more curious. get a lot more conscious. There should be so much going on in our internal world that we're like, "Oh, oh, 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 wow, look at all the different things that I have experienced and felt through thoughts and beliefs and my behaviors, my patterns, my unconsciousness, my emotions in 6 hours." The busier you are, the more difficult that is. So you have a little bit more of a difficult time doing that. The less busy you are, the way more easy it becomes to really start paying attention to every moment that you're in. But even in the busyness, you can pay attention to what you are in. And so balance kind of goes out the window because if you're just present with what's showing up, for instance, a couple days ago, the present moment for me was climbing up that mountain. And then the moment I stopped, the next moment was these higher dimensional light beings literally coming in, probably standing right there. I just couldn't see them, giving me a message. Then the next moment was walking down the thing. So it wasn't like I was grabbing anything and trying to hold anything and make something bigger than it was. It's just this multidimensional experience. I didn't sit there and be like, "Oh my god, I need to bring you guys in more. And I need to sit with you guys and I need to do this and I need." No, you just move with what's next. Nothing is a big deal. So what? What's next? Nothing's a big deal. Even the pain isn't a big deal. The heartbreak isn't a big deal. It's a big deal in the sense that it doesn't feel good and it breaks you down and it makes you perhaps stop and fall to your knees. But if you just are going, "What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next?" in the state of presence and awe and humility and feeling it all and having the human emotions around it of like, "I don't like this one. Nope." But just continuing to just move in that flow state, then even the idea of trying to balance goes away. If we stopped beating other people up and being so divided about things, and we just focused on ourselves and loving the people around us, supporting and cheering the people around us on, being grateful for the people in our lives, right, etc., we would move through this massive evolutionary shift in consciousness so much faster. But people they're addicted to the stories. They're addicted to things that are outside of themselves. They're addicted to either trying to feel better, okay, trying to feel good and happy, successful, financially, romantically, whatever it is, right? Or they're attached to the storylines of look what's going on in the world. Holy shit. Now this is happening. Now this is happening. Those things are great. But the least popular route to go at and to look at, and most people don't sell anything about this because this would never sell, is can you just sit with your own shit? Can you just sit with you? Can you just go through the mundane, everyday life that you have? That doesn't sell. People won't make money off that. You can't do a course on, hey, just sit with your shit and feel it. No, we have to sell some sort of problem and give you some sort of solution, right? And then we buy into it because we want that solution. We want that happiness. We want that relationship. We want that job. We want that money. I'm not saying those things don't work. I'm saying that it is a massive disservice to humanity if it is used as a crutch to deny the actual human suffering and pain that you're in that you just need to feel. There's nothing wrong with the pain. We have outsourced our ability to just feel our own pain as if there's a solution that somebody else holds. There is no solution to your own pain other than to befriend it and to see it and to feel it and to recognize that it's not something you need to be afraid of or run outside of you to find somebody to fix you. It's you waving a flag saying, "Can you see me? Can you feel me? Can you hear me? Can you stop running from me? Can you befriend me?" And the moment we start doing that over and over again is the moment we stop chasing all these different solutions to provide us with the answer and the emotions we want to feel that we will never find outside of ourselves, other than to perpetuate the continued searching for a solution, which is found in the pain, which is found in the suffering. Because as soon as you can realize that you're in a suffering state, you can realize that you are suffering because you are afraid to be present with what is. That's where suffering comes from. So, what we do is we perpetuate suffering by continuing to outsource that which we don't want to see in order to suffocate the suffering, which doesn't go anywhere because you're continuing to outsource yourself and ask people to fix you or find the solution or help you or this or that. So everything is about this inward journey. Everything is about no longer running from pain. The moment you recognize you're in suffering is the moment that you have an opportunity to free yourself. Why am I suffering right now? Because I'm attached to some sort of external expectation or something that's going to free me or save me because I don't want to be in whatever it is that I'm in. What are you in that you don't want to be in? What are you in that you are literally fighting against? That's suffering. What are you resisting? What do you wish so badly you weren't feeling? You're feeling it or you're not feeling it because you don't want to feel it. So you're resisting, 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 resisting. What is it? There's no Palladian in this entire universes of universes that is going to take away your pain. There's no higher dimensional being. There's no something outside of you that's going to take away what it is that you just need to surrender to and feel and trust and know it is not you. Getting more and more curious. Getting more and more curious, looking at your patterns, looking at our patterns. We are constantly, minute by minute, second by second, getting opportunities to evolve, and which means moving into new states of consciousness or new states of being. But we're not I don't take score. I'm not saying, like, I don't look at myself and say, "Oh, yep, I nailed that one. Oh, yep, that was a good job, Lorie. Oh, you failed on that one. You screwed up on that one." I don't do any of that. I don't even pay attention to the fact that there is an evolutionary process happening, because if I paid attention to that, I would attach to it. And if I attached to it, then I would hold some sort of expectation of where I'm going and what I should feel. I don't even do that. And I literally am a scientist in this all day long. I am looking at me and the world and people around me all day long, dissecting it. And I still don't attach to it. I'm still not paying attention to, "Oh my God, we are evolving. I am evolving. Am I evolving the right way? Am I doing it? Am I doing this the right way? Am I not? Did I?" No. Mm-mm. I'm dissecting, I'm paying attention to, I'm watching, I'm in awe, I'm feeling, I'm humbled. If I'll tell you one thing, one of the things that I have been feeling more and more of all day long is humility. Holy shit, I know nothing. Oh my God. Wow. The more that I am humbly kind of sitting back into the chair of my own being, watching how deep the unconscious programming is that we are pulling ourselves out of, the more humble I become. The more I'm constantly saying to something so much bigger than me that is me, call it whatever you want, God, source, universe, show me what I do not know. Take from me what no longer serves me. Make my path easy and graceful. Take all that no longer serves me. I know nothing, so I can know everything. Show me what I do not know. Okay, Lorie, you're going to hike up a mountain for 30 minutes with your flip flops, not find the dog because the dog probably wasn't even real. And then you're going to be given a message about how you still don't love yourself enough. Got it. Got it. I'm also not somebody that's always asking why. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Because when you're present and you just devour the moment of what you're experiencing, you never ask why. You don't. Why'd this happen? Why'd that happen? When you're asking why, you're out of the now. When you're asking why, you're trying to control. When you ask why, you're not trusting you. If you need to know the why, you're going to know the why when it is given to you by you. Until then, stop asking why. Because all why does is pulls you into a future or a past, pulls you out of the now, and the answer to the why is only in the now when you're not searching for it. Stop asking the why. It's a disempowered state. Can you trust yourself so deeply that you don't need to ask why anymore? You're literally asking why is like saying to you, I don't trust you, Lorie. I don't trust you. I don't trust what you're bringing to you. I don't trust what you're bringing to me every day, every moment, every second. I don't trust it. So I'm going to continue to ask you why. It's very annoying. The aspect of you that's guiding you is like, can you freaking stop asking why and just be in what I'm giving you every day, all day long, which is relationships, friendships, experiences, triggers, moments of vulnerability, moments where you get to love deeper or have more anger in that moment or express something from your highest truth. I don't know. But I do know that you need to stop asking why. Why? Just be in the now. You'll know why. Just be with what is. You'll know why. It's funny because I feel like the more that the less the less that I am, how do I say this? The less I'm focused on what I'm doing, the more I'm doing or the more I'm being. So it's like I'm not trying to be present. I'm not trying to be in a flow state. I'm not trying to practice presence or practice flow state or practice opening my heart. Now, there is reasons for I think it's powerful to practice these things because when you practice it, it brings it into your attention. It brings it to your awareness. Am I present? Nope. Okay, I'm going to practice presence. How do I practice presence? This. Am I in flow? Nope, definitely not in flow. I'm resisting, I'm restricting, I'm controlling. So there's definitely a really important piece to practicing flow, practicing presence, practicing being a little bit more vulnerable, practicing being more authentic with yourself and others, practicing boundaries, practicing putting yourself first, etc. And then because then you can recognize when you're not doing it. But as of late, I'm not practicing much anymore. It's more like I'm just in it and I'm just doing it now. Um, it's just a very different state of being. But a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, um, I would be, am I in the future? Oh, okay, what's happening right here, right now, right? That brings you into presence. That brings you into flow. Am I trying to control something? Oh, you're trying to control this right now, Lorie. Okay, let go. What does it mean to let go of trying to control something? You trust something bigger than you is leading you. You don't need to control it. There's something bigger happening here. Let go, right? Let go, let go, let go. We're stepping into becoming a human that we haven't seen for thousands of years. We're stepping into a type of human that existed millions of years ago. We're doing something so miraculous that we deserve accolades every single day. What you are doing every single day is is a miracle. You are literally becoming the human that existed millions of years ago. That's what you're becoming, a multi-dimensional human that exists in different dimensional fields. And that's no easy feat when you are coming from a third dimensional polarity and duality existence, full of right, wrong, good, bad, evil, coercion, manipulation, love, joy, peace, unworthiness, addictions, abuse. None of this is easy. Well, the first thing you need to stop doing is beating yourself up. If we could only see what we're doing here, it would just take the pressure off. I think that's one of the great things about my book, The Divine Design. It's very quantum. It's information that is bigger than this third dimensional world, but it gives you this remembrance of, oh my God, this is so much bigger than the woe is me that I'm going through. And the woe is me of what I'm going through is the most important thing I need to see. Do you see the dichotomy in that? It's in remembering the quantum perspective, the big picture, the divine design in all of this that allows you to recognize that the most important thing is the woe is me, the part of you that's the victim, the part of you that continues to get into these really weird relationships that you don't deserve, etc. That is what is most important, because when you remember the divine design of all of this, when you remember the bigger picture, when you remember what is happening here, where humanity has been, how they got to where they are, and where humanity is going, then you don't give a shit. You're like, where else? What else do I need to see? I'm a victim? Sure am. What else? Oh, I'm not sovereign? Got it. Oh my God, I don't like to feel my emotions? Yep. Oh my God, I manipulate people in order for them to like me. Oh, got it. Holy shit, I just lied for the 18th time today. Wow. That's how you start to be. Stop taking things so fucking serious. This is one big, huge experiment that you agreed to. Stop taking everything so fucking serious. Lighten up on you. Lighten up. Lighten up on the pain you're feeling, the anger that you have, the frustration that you have. Lighten up, meaning let it be okay. Let it be okay. We are designed to stand in the arena of shadow and darkness and pain and trauma. Stand in it and say, bring it on. Show me what else you got. What else do I need to see? What other shit have I gone through? What other limiting beliefs do I have? Keep showing it to me. Keep bombarding me with it, because that's why I'm in the arena. Not to bypass it, not to only think about the beautiful love and higher vibrations and positive thoughts. Hell no, fuck no, no. I need to see everything that I have ever been in. I need to see all of my limiting beliefs. I need to see all of the ways in which I believe I'm a victim. I need to see all of the ways in which I'm continuing to blame other people. I need to see everything that I don't want to see, so that I can remember that I've never been any of it, that this has all been part of a insane third dimensional human experience, and that I'm safe to go through it all. I am safe to stand in the arena and go through it all, because I am none of it. And you cannot remember this if you do not feel every single thing that you don't want to feel. You can't, because you will always be tiptoeing around or bypassing what is in the arena. We all have things in the arena that we don't want to see, that we don't want to feel, that we judge ourselves on, that we beat ourselves up over, that we deny, that we ignore. Stop. Keep showing me. Keep showing me, so that I can master the arena. You are here to remember that you are none of what you are judging yourself about. You are here to remember that you are perfectly imperfect just the way you are. You are here to remember that you can have every single emotion and limiting belief and addictive behavior, and you are still divinely perfect. That you are doing the best you can to navigate this human journey, and you have never fucked up. You've never done it wrong. You've never messed up, ever. You've done it imperfectly perfect, the way that we are designed to do it. Stay in the arena. Be bold, be courageous, keep looking at yourself, keep expressing, keep feeling, keep saying to yourself, show me more. Show me what I don't know. Keep showing me what I don't know. May I never, ever, ever bypass, because I'm afraid to feel what's popping up. May I stop dividing humanity, because I am so unhappy with what I'm experiencing that I'm going to take it out on other people. That I'm going to take the focus off of me and start focusing on other people and how they're wrong and they're doing it this way and they need to do it this way and they're this and they're that and they're this and they're that. We're all in the arena together, my friends. Every single human that you like and don't like is in this arena together. And every single human is unique, and they all are learning how to do this in their own way, when and if they start practicing their mastery in the arena. Stop paying attention to how somebody else is being in the arena. Master the arena yourself, and then you will have the impact you're designed to have in the arena. The pulse and vibrational tone of your own mastery will impact all the humans in the arena, not by you pinpointing, picking, yelling, screaming, name calling, belittling, dividing those in the arena. That's not how this works. This is an energetic game. This is an energetic battle. This is an energetic arena that you are in. It has never been physical. And the more you focus on the external physical reality and trying to change it and control it, is the moment that you will continue to perpetuate the illusion that you're here to fight against this physical world. You're here to master it, which means that it's all energy, which means that you feel everything, which means that you're not afraid to feel one single thing. The moment you open your front door and you walk out, hands up in the day saying, Let's go. What's the world going to bring me today? What am I going to be shown? How am I going to be with other people? However that is. Well, today I was a bitch to people. That's beautiful. Well, that just happened. Maybe tomorrow you won't be such an ass. Okay, maybe I won't. Wow, today I was so nice to people. I was so nice to myself. Great. Every day, every moment is a new opportunity to open the door, to step outside and walk into and be in the arena of the human journey, mastering the energetic world, remembering that you dropped in and incarnated into this human form, into this massively dense third dimensional matrix in the arena, in order to remember that you're none of it and that you are assisting an entire planetary evolution, an entire human collective. You are assisting in this frequency and vibrational shift, and you don't do it by bypassing. You don't do it by trying to positive think your way out of the arena. You don't do it by pretending that there's no evil and corruption and deception and all the shit that we're seeing in the arena. You master it by seeing it courageously, feeling it courageously, and then choosing how you're going to participate in the arena. How are you choosing to participate today in the arena? How? What signs are being shown to you? Did you have to hike up a mountain at 8 a.m. with your flip-flops on, not knowing where you're going, just to get the memo that you need to start saving your own self, that you need to start loving your own wounds, that you need to give yourself more love? Raise your hand if you got that memo. I did. What is life showing you? What are you showing you? Because it is you showing you what you need to see in order to master the arena. We are here to live on in a in the arena in heaven with abundance and joy and peace and love and freedom and flow and ease and grace. We are. But we're also going to stand in the arena where the opposite is existing. So it is always choice. If you think that somehow you're going to be able to go somewhere on the planet and never see what is in the arena, my friend, you are running. You are trying to escape the arena that you are in. And no matter what corner of the arena you go to, you are still going to see the collapsing of the arena. You can go to any small town, you can create any community you want. You are still going to see that you are in an arena and you have to master the deep, deep trauma within your body and the trauma that's outside in that arena. The moment we stop running from it, the moment we stop running from what we're in, is the moment we become free. And it's the moment that you start remembering that you're none of it, while you simultaneously feel all of it. That's my sermon for the day. If you guys have not picked up my book, The Divine Design, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Um, you can get The Divine Design in paperback, hardcover, and ebook. It will be out in audio in about 2 months. And the audiobook is going to be spectacular. The divine design is an activation. It is a remembrance. It is a cellular DNA remembrance of the history of what every single one of us has gone through on this planet and off this planet for millions of years. It's the remembrance of how Earth even got here. It's the remembrance of how we moved from a fifth dimensional frequency to a third dimensional frequency. How did we get here? How did this happen? And how are we moving back into that fifth dimensional frequency? It's a very natural process. This book is like the cliff notes to the history of humanity. And it is broken down into, 300 pages, leaving out a ton of detail. but breaking down your history, breaking down why you're here, especially why you're here right now. It will allow you to step into more ease and grace as you navigate all that is unraveling in the arena. It's a deep knowingness that happens when you pick up the divine design. And it's an intense book, and it's heavy in terms of like chewing on each sentence. Every single word is written for a reason. There are no extra words in this book. It's dense, but it will awaken you in a deeper way. It will remind you even more of what this is all about. The link is down below in the description to get the book. We did it. We did it. Also, if you are in the LA area, I am doing a in-person book signing next Saturday, the 17th in Santa Monica from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Mystic Journey bookstore. September 17th, Saturday, 5 to 7, Santa Monica, California, the Mystic Journey bookstore. If you have a book, bring it and I'll sign it. If you don't have a book, you can buy one there and I'll sign it. And I'd love to meet you in person if you are around. Also, I'm doing a 3-day retreat in Sedona. All the tickets have been sold out for in-person, but you can still get virtual tickets November 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think that link is down below as well. I am not the experience. I am experiencing the experience. Exactly. Exactly. I'll see you there, Michelle. All right, you guys, be gentle with yourselves today. Be gentle with others. I will see you next Tuesday, 9 a.m. California time for Untangled episode 19. Pass this message on for anyone that you think may need to hear the message today. And onward and upward. I love you and I appreciate all your support. Mwah.